Welcome Dr. V.K. Saraswat to news portal bharatdefensekavach.com. Tell us about India's indigenous AWOCS program, how it is progressing now and what are the future plans because so far as AWOCS is concerned, our adversaries are far ahead of India today. And how are you going to cope up with the situation?
We have a two-pronged approach. In the first phase, we are building what is called AEW&C.
Yeah.
In that program, we are developing a radar system which will be mounted on board a Embraer aircraft, and which will have the capability for doing airborne surveillance in a limited sector and also have limited endurance. This program is going very well. The first aircraft is now landing in India in the last week of July. It will be followed by integration of our radar on board. One dummy radar has already been integrated at Brazil, and we have found that all the aircraft parameters, all the integration activities have performed beautifully. After that, 2 more aircrafts are coming, which will happen next year, and our radars are also getting ready. We are very confident that this radar, which we have done indigenously completely, an active phased array radar working on synthetic aperture mode, will be comparable to best in the world in terms of
comparable
resolution.
to ISA also?
It is an ISA.
Oh,
it is
great.
an ISA. It is a phased array, active phased array radar. It doesn't have any mechanical steering. It has got complete electronic scanning, and it is a synthetic aperture radar, so it can take the images and send it to the ground control center and so on. It has all the features which any airborne surveillance system will have. So this is one program which is on. By 2014 and 2015 early, we will have 3 of these systems completely operational. Phase 2, we are developing what is called our AWAC, the AWAC India we call it, for which the government has given the necessary sanctions. Now, in that we will be making a complete 360-degree surveillance systems like we have in our present imported Falcon systems and all that, for which the technologies which we have realized now in the AEW&C program will be directly applicable, except that the configuration will be to ensure that we have a 360-degree coverage, and probably it will have a larger power and larger reach in terms of the surveillance capability.
And what kind of platform you will use for that?
Platform will be selected based upon the radar configuration. We have not yet selected the platform, but it will be selected in due course.
And by when the first demonstration of this phase 2?
This is the AWAC India has been just cleared, not even fully cleared. It is in the process of clearance by the government. So as soon as the clearance comes, we will be able to look at it.
Can we also integrate ISA radar, which you just mentioned, on Tejas?
Yeah, the work is already on. In fact, our LCA Mark II, or the Tejas as we call it, Tejas Mark II, will have nothing but the ISA radar. Our lab LRD has, in fact, yesterday when I was there in LRD, they showed me a 1/8 size of an array, which is already operational in the same frequency band, delivering certain power with the TR modules and so on. So the work on the development of ISA for LCA is on. What we plan to do is, first we will make this ready, and it will be equal to what space and volume is being occupied by the present radar. So it will be form fit the old radar of the monolithic variety. It will replace it.
So this ISA radar is comparable to any radar?
It is comparable to the best in the world in terms of performance, resolution, capability, EW performance. EW, you understand, electronic warfare, so that it can face all the, it will have all the anti-jam capabilities and so on. And the best thing is the basic elements of ISA radar, which are the TR modules, are being produced in our own country. Today our industry, Bharat Electronics and other private industries, are producing these TR modules. So now we are in a position to configure a small radar, we can configure a larger radar, because the advantage of an ISA is that you increase the number of TR modules, you get more power. And then the basic software and all are augmented, and so it's modular in nature, and that's the capability which our lab has developed now.
And sir, tell us something about the Arjun Mark II, because the user also has a lot of expectation, and DRDO also has a lot of focus on this. So at what stage is Arjun Mark II, and What are the major changes from Mark 1 to Mark 2?
The Arjun Mark II configuration has been finalized between my laboratory CVRD and the user. The major modifications consist of giving capability of firing a missile from the same barrel of the gun. Second thing is the 360-degree surveillance, that means panoramic sight and the commander sight, which is being introduced there. Plus, we are also giving active armor protection system on the Arjun Mark II. These are some of the major changes. In addition to that, there are many minor changes which are with respect to the logistics, with respect to some ergonomic deployment, some displays and things like that. But major changes are what those 3 or 4 which we are indicated. With these major changes, now Arjun Mark II is getting ready for summer trials at Mahajan and Pokhran in July and August. So we are fairly advanced, and based on these trials, then we were awaiting that next set of orders can also be released for the CV, for our HVF.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and wish you all the best.
Thank
for
you
your
so much. Thank you.
future
Nice
ventures.
talking to you.
Thank you. Nice talking.